The James Webb Space Telescope is giving us a glimpse of the cosmos that has never been seen before. We can't even begin to fathom what James Webb sees when he looks through the telescope at the beginning of the universe, since our eyes can't see light and space at the same time. Is there any way to see the pillars of creation for what they are? How did you capture the pillars of creation with your telescope? Do not forget to subscribe to the Future Space so that you do not miss today's episode in which we will answer all your queries. Now, without further ado, let's get started. The James Webb Space Telescope is an observatory in space. On July 12, we were given our first glimpse through this huge telescope's eyes at distant galaxies, the death of stars, and the atmospheres of worlds beyond our solar system. Let's have a deeper look at the pillars of creation. New stars are developing under dense clouds of gas and dust, and the JWST has caught a highly detailed image of the iconic pillars of creation, which were initially made famous by photographs taken by NASA's Hubble telescope in 1995. The three-dimensional pillars resemble rock formations, but are far more porous. These pillars are composed of interstellar gas and dust that is chilly to the touch and at times appears translucent in near-infrared light. Webb's fresh perspective on the pillars of creation builds on previous observations from 1995 and 2014, allowing scientists to more accurately estimate the number of young stars and the amount of gas and dust present there. A fuller picture of how stars originate and explode from these dusty clouds across eons of time will emerge over time. The Tarantula Nebula is the birthplace of thousands of young stars. NASA revealed photographs of the nebula 30 Doradus in all its splendor in September. As one of the largest and brightest star-forming regions in the galaxies nearest to our Milky Way, the Tarantula Nebula is a favorite of astronomers researching star formation. Large Magellanic Cloud 161,000 light-years away is where you'll find the Tarantula Nebula. The term comes from historical pictures showing long, dusty filaments that look like spiders' legs, which inspired the name. However, the JWST reveals the stellar nursery with unprecedented detail, unveiling tens of millions of nascent stars hidden by cosmic dust. Let's have the very first photo ever taken of an extrasolar planet. Using the JWST's keen infrared eye to expose new characteristics that ground-based observatories would not be able to detect, NASA has also published unique observations of an extrasolar planet. This is the first time the Webb telescope has taken a direct image of a planet outside the solar system. The exoplanet HIP 65426b is a gas giant around 6 to 12 times the mass of Jupiter. Sasha Hinckley, Associate Professor of Physics and Astronomy at the University of Exeter in the United Kingdom, who led these observations, remarked, "This is a transformative moment, not only for Webb but also for astronomy generally. It is difficult to capture direct photos of exoplanets because stars are far brighter than planets, according to NASA. HIP 65426b, which is 355 light-years from Earth, is significantly younger than our 4.5 billion-year-old planet by a factor of 15 to 20 million years. At a distance 100 times that of Earth from the Sun, it is far enough away for Webb to really distinguish it from its host star in images. However, in the near-infrared, it is almost 10,000 times fainter than its host star, and in the mid-infrared, it is only a few thousand times fainter." Aaron Carter, a postdoctoral researcher at the University of California, Santa Cruz, oversaw the processing of the photos. The brilliance from the star seemed overwhelming at first, but after some careful image processing, we were able to reveal the planet. Let's look at Jupiter and its moons in a completely different light, shall we? NASA researchers have also recently made public new photographs of the planet that takes up the most space in our solar system. They describe these images as quite extraordinary. Jupiter's northern and southern lights, in addition to the polar haze that swirls around it, are seen in photographs that were acquired in July by the James Webb Telescope. The Great Red Spot is the most notable of Jupiter's storms, but the planet is home to a number of smaller storms as well. The Great Red Spot is enormous enough to encompass the entire Earth. Jupiter has never appeared to be so peculiar before. It's all just so mind-boggling, really, according to Imke de Pater, a planetary astronomer from Berkeley who took part in conducting the observations and assisted in their preparation. She also mentioned that we hadn't expected it to be this amazing, to be honest, which was something she expressed in a statement. The research teams from the US and France claim that the infrared photographs were digitally colored in shades of blue, white, green, yellow, and orange to bring attention to specifics in the images. Other discoveries have been made. Let's have a look at how the Cartwheel Galaxy is evolving. The most recent photographs were taken just a few weeks after another series of images collected by the James Webb team showed us the Cartwheel Galaxy in more depth. These images brought us one step closer to comprehending the universe by demonstrating what occurs when two galaxies collide. With the help of its infrared cameras, the telescope was able to peer through the cosmic dust that was produced by the collision and provide us a glimpse of how the Cartwheel Galaxy is changing as a result of its collision with another, smaller galaxy billions of years in the past. The Cartwheel Galaxy is a ringed galaxy that is over 500 million light-years away from our planet. It gets its name from its bright inner ring and colorful outer ring, and scientists believe that it was once a part of a large spiral galaxy like the Milky Way, but that another galaxy smashed through it at some point in the past. According to NASA, the high-velocity collision is responsible for the entire appearance of the galaxy, which at the time reminded researchers of the wheel of a wagon. The galaxy's two rings have been spreading outwards from the center of the collision, which has resulted in the creation of an unusual ringed shape. Never before have scientists been able to make sense of the disorder that exists within the Cartwheel Galaxy and see clearly into its depths. The Hubble Space Telescope had already had a peek inside the galaxy, but due to a large amount of dust that surrounded the Cartwheel Galaxy, the telescope was unable to observe the processes that were occurring inside the galaxy itself. However, now that infrared cameras have been installed on the James Webb Telescope, scientists can see into the brilliant center of the galaxy. To accomplish this goal, an image is produced by combining Webb's near-infrared camera and mid-infrared instrument. These two instruments can look through the dust and reveal wavelengths of light that cannot be observed in settings when visible light is present. The image that was obtained demonstrates the process of star creation that occurs following the collision of galaxies. Yet, this is a phenomenon that is not yet fully understood. According to NASA, the bright core at the center of the galaxy is made up of heated dust, and the brightest portions are home to enormous star clusters that are still relatively young. The birth of new stars, on the other hand, is something that can be observed on the ring that is further away. Even though it could take billions of years, the Cartwheel Galaxy is still transforming and will continue to do so in the future. These modifications promise to expose even more insights into how galaxies develop over time. The successor to the Hubble Space Telescope, which cost $10 billion and was developed by NASA and the European Space Agency, was launched at the end of the previous year and has been conducting infrared observations of the cosmos since the summer. With the help of the James Webb Space Telescope, researchers are hoping to get a glimpse of the universe as it was 13.7 billion years ago, when the first stars, galaxies, were just beginning to form. So what do you think, pals? Is this photo of the pillars of creation real? On that topic, I'd like to ask you to leave a comment in the space provided below. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for many more amazing videos.